Hey guys, welcome to my Rootin' Tootin' boot tutorial. If you want to learn how to make these, just keep on watching. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it in the end. These are some of the things that I used. It's a lot, so just pause it and look at it. Got some sparkles. Start by mixing your color you want. Which color you think I'm gonna pick? Add some glitter. Yeah, it was purple. Alright, so pour that in, and obviously you can see here I had to make my own mold because the other one was not curing because it's not made for UV resin. Pop your bubbles. Cure it. Now you're just gonna outline where you want your glitter to be. So add a little UV resin and then you're gonna move it around. And fill in all the spots where you want glitter. Add your glitter. And yes, this looks like a lot of glitter. It really is, but it needs to be very glittery. Cure it. Then you're gonna do the same thing again, but instead of glitter, you're gonna be adding on your whatever you want to add. If it's little stars or moons or hearts. I think I'm using moons in this one. Moons and stars. So this part takes a while. You're just gonna line everything up where you want it and it's not gonna stay. So you're just gonna put them all down first. And then after you achieve that, you're gonna have to fix them. And this part kind of sucks, but it's gonna be worth it. See, okay, I just put them all down and now they're just moving around freely. So I just moved them with a needle because everything else it was sticking, so probably this is your best bet. And this part takes forever because you want them to be straight before you cure it. And sometimes when you're almost done, like the one that you did first is like moving around, so you gotta go back and fix that one. So it's like a race. Cure it. Now you're gonna get all your little parts to add onto it. I don't know what size I used. Sometimes it's different sizes, so whatever you think looks best, really. And this is gonna be the metal pieces that you add onto the boot. And if you thought the last part was hard, I'm sorry. This part sucks even more. And then I got these little diamonds, because of course. It's not rootin' and tootin' without the diamonds. Now This you can't really see, but I'm gonna show you what I achieved after. So the first one, you want to make like a U shape, the bigger one, because that's what's gonna go across the boot. And you want it to kind of like hang, or look like it's hanging a little in a curve. I'll show you after I achieve it, but of course this takes forever. Also, if you don't want to sit there and struggle with it for too long, just like put a dab of resin, you know, so it'll stick. Because if you just try to put it down, like with nothing, it's gonna be flying all over the place. Which I guess sometimes I just like a challenge, so I will sit there and try and try. And the second one is going to be the one that's completely straight, and it's going to be very short, and it goes under the curve. So that one you're probably going to have to trim it a little bit because it's very short. And as you can see, I'm up for the challenge all day. And I didn't even cure the first piece yet, so that piece is still just free moving too, probably. But I like to do them both at the same time before curing it, but I only suggest that if, you know, you're really good at keeping the pieces from moving all around. And after you finally set them, you can cure it. And that part was something, but this part is something else. If it's the part I think it is. I don't know. I'm doing a voiceover because my cat is meowing a lot, so I have to record away from her. Okay, yeah, this is time for the sole of the boot, which is, I use these little tiny black beads, and the way you line them up is you take the opening and you keep it on the side, so whenever you're looking at it, you don't see it, like the hole in the bead. And I thought I showed a close-up, but I guess after I put the beads in, I'll show a close-up. So, my bad. Put them all in there. And this part is really something else. But if you have patience, then it makes it really look even better. Okay, see how I got the curve and then the straight one? Yeah, that is how it goes. And then now I'm gonna put in the diamonds. So you just put a little dab of UV resin and smear it around where you want the diamonds to be, which is, I put them right under the metal thing, the metal piece. My descriptions for this is, you know, simple. I'm trying to keep it simple for everyone. Okay, so this is also going to be moving all around, so you got to really play with it before you cure it, because they're going to be dancing around that boot. They're going to be rooting and tooting all over the place. And now I'll just cure the back. And I made this mold out of hot glue, so it's kind of stiff. So this part, you gotta go back over it because it's got lines from the hot glue. Well, cure it really good. And then you can coat it with another layer if it ever finishes curing. Okay, and I had a hole right here, so I just got my leftover purple and filled it in which usually I cure my stuff right after I pour it, so I'm glad I didn't this time, so I can use the same color, you know. Light it up. And that just pops the bubbles, if you didn't know that already. But sometimes it doesn't work, especially if the bottom of your mold is like not cured. So that's the whole reason I had to make the hot glue mold, because the pink mold is actually for epoxy resin. But I'm hard-headed and I like a challenge, so and now I'm just trying to make sure everything is evenly coated so it's not all like sharp and jagged. Wow, I really could have sped this part up, but oh well. It's kind of a slow little intermission so you can gather all your thoughts, because all the other stuff was like fast. This video was originally like an hour long and I was just like, no, I am not about to voice over a whole hour. There's no way. Okay, now I'm just putting it in some water and curing it because it's still a little sticky and everybody claims this is the best way to get rid of that. Which it worked, so yay. Okay, this is high viscosity. So this helps kind of make a rounded edge better without it pouring all over the sides, because it's thicker. Same process like on the back. Just coat it all. And don't leave the flame on it too long because it will start dripping over the edge. It'll make it very runny. Cure, and apparently I did this again. So, you know, you might have to do it a bunch of times. You never know. Make sure all the edges are nice and coated, or you'll have to coat it again and again and again and again. And if anyone has any tips on making sure bubbles don't pop up, I would love to know. Like, I heard something about spraying it with alcohol before you cure it, but that sounds flammable, which I don't know. Like, I would experience it, but I'm a little scared, so maybe I won't try that. But it's also whenever I use the epoxy molds is when I get bubbles more, because the bottom didn't cure, so then it bubbles up to the top. That's why I created the hot glue mold, because all of my boots started getting bubbles in it and I'm like, no. Okay, so now I'm just doing the same thing a lot, over and over and over, but it's finally done. What do you think? Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll be making more videos soon. Bye.